everybody. Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 627 interviews I've done. Get this special guest from Boston 617-2978 a second to get on here and we will start the Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest, I'm booking into March, so inbox your girl Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. My condolences to anyone who has lost anyone. Make sure you put the area codes, the countries you're tuning in so we can give you a shout out. Definitely. Much love and respect to everybody. Salute, salute. I hope everyone is having safe travels today. Anyone traveling to Jamaica, check with your hotel and stuff. They're having some problems out there. So I have peace for everyone, definitely. Always peace and love. That's what our world needs. Make sure you put the area codes and countries you are tuning in from, please. We will definitely give you shout outs. The next interview after today is on the 31st. Don't forget Bible studies every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, children friendly. All right. We're just having some technical difficulties. Just bear with us. I'm trying to get the artist on here. We're just having some technical difficulties, but we will get her. So worst comes to worst, I can reschedule it. But I believe we will get her. Definitely. So just give her a couple minutes. We're just having some technical difficulties. I apologize to everyone that is tuning in, and please put your area codes and countries so we can give you a shout out. Peace, peace, peace. Does it give you an option to send me the request? Sorry, guys, we're just having some technical difficulties, but bear with us. We're just going to get the artist on here. Give us a couple of extra minutes, please. Peace, peace. Salute, Mr. Martin. Peace, peace. We're just having some technical difficulties. I'm waiting for the artist. Sorry about this. Like I said, if I can't get her on, we'll just reschedule it. Not a problem. But I'm hoping to have her come on. She has a lot. She's been doing a lot. Much love and respect to this artist. Salute, salute, definitely. She rocks the stage. Definitely. Peace, everybody. Put the air codes, countries you're tuning in from. I'm just having some technical difficulties right now trying to get the artist on here, so bear with us. I apologize. If you don't know who this artist is, definitely go check her out. She rocks the stage. She'll make the whole night. She takes over the stage, for real. She's an amazing artist. So just give her a couple of minutes. I apologize. Okay, I got yours. All right, here we go. Told you we'll get it. Let's go. I apologize to everyone. Hey, welcome to the Iccy Show, Nim K. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I apologize for the technical difficulties.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm not really tech savvy, so it might have just been me.
It's okay. Hey, welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 627 interviews I've done with this special guest from Boston 617-978. Welcome to the Iccy Show. 1 year back. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you for having me last time. I just really enjoyed the interview so much. So I was just happy to come back. and update you on everything that's happened in the past year.
I know, I know. I see you. A salute to you. Hats off to you. Honestly, you are out of all the women, I can really say you're the one that's out there grinding and going to state to state. How does it feel being from Boston 617, where your position is, who you under now, all of that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it just feels like really great because I know that like a big thing for me was wanting to do it here because I'm from New England, you know what I mean? Like, so it's something that I wanted to keep in the area. I mean, I have traveled to some places and got myself out there, but as far as everything goes, it's like, working with teaming up with Term and ST Records and everything like that, like I'm keeping it like in like my area, and I really like, I had to wait a little longer than I would have wanted to, but it's really just great being able to keep everything like for the home team and stay here where where like I feel like it matters.
Yes. Especially, Boston 617. Like I'm in the 978 area code, but I always put Boston 617 wherever I go because, that's our capital. So people don't understand, when we go out there, being a female too. How does it feel being a female, under terminology and, being like a first lady right there? How does that feel?
Oh, and like it feels like really good because I've always just wanted to be a role model for women of all ages, all backgrounds, everything, and like just let them know that they can do it. So I feel like being like the only person signed to ST Records in general, and then being under Term, who is just an amazing person and respects women, beyond anything I've ever seen in the industry. I just know that I'm safe, and everyone just keeps saying I'm in really good hands because they know him personally. So it just feels good to know that I'm not like another victim of the industry as a woman, and I'm being handled correctly, I'm being protected, and I feel secure everywhere I go.
Oh yeah, you're in good hands. I actually went to he had a party over the summertime and I was out there in New Hampshire and great performance. Everybody that went there, it was awesome. And I got to, talk to terminology and great personality. And I know you're safe. So salute to you as a woman from Boston 617 being signed. Is this the first time you've been signed under a record label?
Yeah, this is the first ever time, like first time ever, and it was, and it's really cool too because I'm getting to learn the industry. Like I'm not just being plopped into something. I'm learning it, and everyone's being really like just really gracious and really giving me the best like advice, and so it's like this is all really new to me, and it's not something that I even thought was gonna happen. Like this. So it's just really it's all really I'm just still processing everything. It's like everything's happened so fast, so I'm still trying to process it, but it's just been an amazing feeling.
Well, you deserve it. You're a
Thank you.
beast on the stage. You rock the stage. I seen you 2 years ago perform, and then I keep on following you everywhere you're going. I try to heart everything what you're doing, and being a female, it's hard to be in this industry. And I salute to you, hats down. What is the best advice you've been given during your career since you started?
I think the best advice I've been given as far as an artist in like artist development, I would say, because I've been given so much great advice. I don't want to like downplay anything that anyone said to me, but I feel like as an artist, you know respecting your fans and realizing that like those are the people who are like they're supporting you. So to give respect to your fans, and the fans who really respect you, give them something special. So like I was in New York last weekend, and Junkyard Juju told me that he only signs Junkyard Juju for the people that he knows are really his fans, and he signs Juju for the people who just want a signature. So like basically just giving your real fans like something to remember, and to be kind to them, and to basically just appreciate them, because that's the reason why like you're being able to do so many things, because so many people are supporting you. So just to be good
Right.
to your fans.
Yes, yes, definitely. Do you see yourself doing any mentor for the younger generation in this music industry?
Yeah, I would love, once I know more and I can actually, explain things and actually like become a resource myself. I would love to be a mentor for, especially women, but I mean also men too. But I would love to be a mentor because I didn't really have anybody. I mean, I know Nancia and Jill and just Jill. They've been really great mentors to me the past year when it comes to the industry. But as far as that type of stuff, I would love to be able to guide and help. I mean, even now with my peers, any advice I can give, any example I can set for other artists, I always try to, because I know everyone's watching me, so it's like I try to make sure that I'm a role model on and off the stage at all times.
Yes, yes, definitely. And it's crazy. How do you stay up with your clothing? You always change it. I never see you in the same outfit. I can imagine you probably have one room that's just all for your clothes.
Well, I do have a lot of clothes, but it's actually crazy because it's like Crispy, my photographer, he was saying that the other day how he's like he goes, you never have the same outfit on. He goes, you might have the same like skirt or like the same shoes or he goes, but you never put the same thing together. And it's more so I think just kind of like mixing and matching things, like trying new things out. But a lot of the time I do like when I'm out and about, I I go to like Mad Rag or places like that, and I look at the clearance section and I look at like things that are like that are conventional or things I can pair. I layer a lot of things, so it's like
Yeah.
I could essentially wear the same outfit twice, but nobody would know just because of the accessories and all the other stuff that I pair with it. So it's more about like working with what you have and being creative than having a lot. I do have more clothes than most people have, but it's like just pieces of stuff. It's not like complete outfits.
Right, right, definitely. What about a clothing line of your own?
Yeah, actually, I would like as soon I want to start dropping like merch and stuff, but like wearable merch. So like it's not like like I have like big picture of my face or like a name or something. Like I want to start, small, but eventually I want to make merchandise that, can be eventually become like clothing, like, so people can kind of dress like me if they want. People can, learn how to, get their own style on and stuff. Cause, me being, from, a single parent household, we didn't really have a lot of money, like for like the new trends and like, like the new sneakers and Uggs and stuff like that. So I never really had brand name things. So like I want to like make a clothing brand that like is affordable and that people can feel comfortable and they can feel good in because you don't need to buy like the most expensive thing to feel good and look good. And I want
Right.
people to understand that.
That's important, definitely. When I was growing up, I didn't have name brand stuff, so I can relate to that. And I could see you coming out. If there's any designers on here, link with her, definitely. Um, I could see you coming out with like, dresses, skirts, maybe even, how they have um like prep schools and they have their own what's the word I want to say?
Uniform.
Yes, thank you very much. The uniform. I could see you coming out with your own uniform and like selling it in the schools like that. I really could see that.
Yeah, it's funny because I went to parochial school, so I wore a uniform from pre-K to eighth grade. So, and even then, like it through that, I expressed myself. I always had different hair. I always had like different shoes or different accessories, and kind of like made my uniform my own. So that's another thing that I didn't think about that might have had something to do with my creativity, because I wasn't allowed to really express myself through my clothing. So once I
Yes.
got the chance, I kind of really like indulged in it.
Yes. Well, you did an amazing job. I mean,
Thank you.
salute to you. Being a woman and where you are and where you, just 2 years I've been like following you and how I found out about you. I heard of your name, but I never seen you perform. And then I seen you at Sammy's Patty. It was the first time I seen you. And I was like, who's this? I'm pushing my way to the front to the that's what I
Oh,
do. If I like art,
that was a great show, by the way.
Yes, yes, and you rocked it. You really did. I was amazed. Like I said, I never seen you perform, but I heard a lot of people talking, saying she's a great artist. And then when I seen it, I was like, what? I went right to the front and I was like, wow, she's amazing. Your voice is amazing. You can feel it in your soul. You can tell you've been through pain. And I love it. I really do. Don't let nobody stop you.
Thank you. I don't
You're
plan
welcome.
on it. I
I
don't plan
hope
on letting
not.
anyone
Definitely.
stop me from like this. This has all just been so surreal. So it's like at this point, it's like I just feel like like it's to the moon. Like you know what I mean? Like I want to go as far as I can, and no one's gonna discourage me from that. Sometimes like the things people say or like the things people do like get to me a little bit. But I go home, I recharge, and I get back out there and remember what I'm doing this for.
Right, right. And I love how you're about the woman power. A lot of people aren't about for us, and it's sad because, they're like, no, this is not a woman industry. And it's like, no, you can't say that. This is for
Exactly.
everyone. Life's too short. We don't even know if we're going to be here today, tomorrow. We got to make it,
Absolutely.
live it like it's ours, the last time, and I tell everybody that. And people don't really sink it in, with all that negative. I always push the negative and make it a positive because that's what this world needs. It needs more positivity. And I always watch you. I don't see you with ever negative. So keep it going. Don't let nothing stop your mood.
Thank you. Yeah, it stays. It's kind of hard sometimes to stay positive and like, yeah. Sometimes I want to just like just lash out or vent or whatever or But I sometimes I try to take whatever like especially with music. Like I've basically taken all the negative in my life and tried to make it into something beautiful. So even if something negative happens, I like to like look at it as a lesson and like look at the positive notes and then sometimes I'm going through things. Sometimes I might post, something, but I always try to make it inspirational and positive, and let people know, don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people, show you who they are twice, stuff like that. So, and that's been happening a lot ever since, I've been like succeeding so quickly. A lot of people have been showing me their true colors, and it's sad, to know that not everybody is happy for you, or not that, and everyone can't go with you on the ride. But it
Right,
is what it is, and I know that when I don't get something or something bad happens, it's just God protecting me from whatever like whatever mess up is above the road, and He's just delaying me so I miss it. So I
right.
just been looking at everything, even the negatives, as blessings.
Right, right, definitely. Yeah, I understand that, definitely. And not everyone is gonna support you. Once you got signed, a lot of people, like you said, you will see the true colors. You will see people like, start that were right in front start to like melt away from you. And it's like you really weren't supporting me. When you were there
Exactly.
saying you were and this and that, it's like you really weren't supporting me because, it takes a lot of people to support one person. And if you see someone from your home state, country, whatever you want to call it, making it, why not support them? Support is
Right.
free, you know?
Exactly. It's free. I support everyone I can.
You do.
I I try to support everybody, and especially like, like, and I don't sit there and lie to people either. Like, like if I really enjoy something, I'm immediately going to share it cuz it doesn't take any shine away from me, giving some light to somebody else, like, and then we're all it's a community. So you need a village. It doesn't matter if you're a child or an adult. It takes a village to do anything.
Right, right. You need a street team, you need everything. And if people think, being an artist, once you have a manager or you're signed to a record label, you still got to promote yourself as an artist and you do it every single day. So salute to you. Artists don't do that. And they'll do it here and there. And it's like you have to stay consistent. Consistency is the key of this way,
Mhm.
and you do it all the time. You've done it since the 2 years I, met you in person. So keep it going. Don't let nobody stop you, girl.
Thank you.
What is
Thank
your,
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. What is your three favorite songs to perform?
My three favorite songs to perform. Um, okay, so I have five songs that are out right now. Well, actually six now because I just dropped the song with Term. But
Night.
so I think my favorite song to perform is Gemini. It's not a release song. It's a song that you'd only hear if like you've really seen me perform. Like it's more of an R&B song. Um,
Okay.
but it's like one of the first songs I ever made. So it just has like a really tender spot in my heart. But Gemini, Forsaken, which is also an unreleased song, um, and probably Counterfeit, just because everyone gets so excited about it, and it's where I can really show off my like lyricism and my breath control, and people can really get like just kind of lose themselves to it, and it's a little different than most of my music because most of my music's pretty melodic. But that song, it was, and even just like the whole rawness of it, because that was like a freestyle. Like I had just gone in the studio, I went crazy in the booth, and it just became something over time people just enjoyed, and I just really enjoy um and the a reaction that people give and the energy that they give me for that song. But yeah, I have to say Gemini, Forsaken, and Counterfeit.
Okay, okay. How do you stay, you're very active on that stage. I haven't seen you just stand still. Like you're really going, interacting with the audience. How do you, maintain, because you do about 3 or 4 songs every time I seen you perform. You don't stay just doing one song, you do multiple songs. How do you keep on doing that? And like your breath control, like you say, because you get it in on the stage. I'm sorry, you get it in. Like the room will be quiet. All of a sudden, you come on it, boom! Like it's just, I love that though. That's why you're there to see a show. You're giving
Exactly,
that.
they're there to see a show.
Yes, I love it. I love it definitely.
But yeah, I think well, I am a classically trained ballerina. I started ballet when I was 2. So like I'm a dancer, like so I'm like I've danced professionally like in Disney World, and like I've gone places and danced. So that in general, like I'm used to being on the stage, and I'm used to like, moving really fast and quick changes and everything like that. So, and I'm an athlete. Not a lot of people know that. I ran D1 track.
Oh,
So
nice.
so my breath control, and I have a sports induced asthma. So my breathing is something I've always really focused on, and I kind of grew out of my asthma because didn't want to be held back by anything. And I ran track, so didn't really help me having asthma and everything. So I think basically it's more so like that aspect, like my background of just being an athlete and knowing how to breathe, but also practice. You have to practice. If you don't practice, you're not going to perform well. Like, I don't care if you're the best performer in the world, if you're Beyonce. Beyonce practices, she does, hours and hours and hours in her studio practicing her dances, going over everything. You have to practice. You have, like, practice makes perfect. So, and I also, I used to I was in a lot of choirs too. So like just like my lungs are just very strong in general. And then, I practice and I put a lot of dedication into it. So it's like it's being an artist is a sport. Like it really is. Like even Adele, if Adele didn't have the lungs controls that she has, even though she's just standing there, she wouldn't be able to hit those notes, and she wouldn't be able to sing. Like she probably has a voice coach. She probably, do you know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to invest in your craft and take it seriously if you want to get better and you want to elevate. And you also have to surround yourself with people that are elevating as well and want to get better, and people who are willing to maybe not tell you what you want to hear so you can get better. So I think just the combination of being an athlete and practicing and being around people who inspire me to be better.
Right, right. Amazing, definitely. So anyone that is paying attention, if you're huffing and puffing on the stage, she just gave you some free advice right there, and it's good advice too. So definitely take it upon. That is food for thought right there. If you could pick 3 countries to perform, where would it be and why?
Oh wow. The first one would definitely be Italy because I'm Italian. So I've never been to Italy ever. So I would love to go to Italy and perform and like have my family come out and everything like that. Because like I'm like super Italian. So um, the second place I think would probably have to be like somewhere in like maybe Japan or something, like Tokyo or something like that. I've always just heard how awesome it is there, and just like I would love to just be able to like perform there and meet the people and stuff like that. Um, and I think the last place probably Nigeria, because I'm also Nigerian. So I would love to go back home and be able to be amongst the people. And I just feel like performing in Africa is something that's like just as an internet. If you want to be an international artist, I feel like that's where you would go to really like expand your horizons. And but I think those are the top three places. Yeah, probably Italy, um, oh, so countries, yeah. So Italy, Japan, and Nigeria.
Those are great. Definitely, definitely. If you ever go to Italy, let me know. I have family in Italy. I got family from the top to the bottom. So if you ever go out there on a tour or anything, let me know, and I'll let them know to go.
Okay, okay.
That's how I am. If I know someone that's going somewhere, I'll always post it or link with, let someone know, be like, yeah, they're coming to your state, or country or whatever. Take care of them. You have to do that, especially if you're going out of the country. You got to have that support. So
Exactly.
definitely.
International stuff that's scary. Like, going it's one thing from state to state, all the laws are different. Imagine going to a different country and not know the language barrier. And I just think it would be amazing though to like be able to reach that many people all over the world. I just feel like that'd be amazing because I love people. Like I really do. Like I love the idea of community and people and culture, and so I really would love to travel with this music stuff for real. That'd be great.
What about doing they're always looking for artists on cruise ships. Have you ever thought of doing that?
No, I never have. I've never actually been on a cruise. It's actually something. The ocean scares me. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. And I've been offered to go on cruises. I've been offered, to like my family went on a cruise. I didn't go, like, because I'm like deathly afraid of like just the open water. It really
Yeah.
scares me having to like be out on a boat. Like basically, it's like a mini city just out on the middle of the ocean. Like, and then it's like if you pass into a different country or a different like there's laws of the sea, and like if something happens to you out there, it's like it's really difficult to deal with it. I've heard so many like really scary stories of just about the ocean in general. I could never imagine being on a cruise and looking outside at night and just looking into the black abyss of the ocean. The ocean just scares the crap out of me. So I don't know about that, but
I've been on a
but
cruise.
maybe.
I've been on a cruise and I'm scared of the water too. But honestly, it was the best thing I've ever did. And I'll tell you why. I went to Aruba and I got into Aruba fine. But to come back in the US, and I'm a US citizen, I was in interrogation for 7 hours to come back into the US. And I am a US citizen, but I could go into Aruba no problem. But to come back, they pulled me aside. Ma'am, come here. I had to wait 7 hours sitting in the room, going through everything like history, wait, come back. It was a nightmare. And I'm like, I'm a citizen. I shouldn't have gone through that. I went into Aruba, no problems at all. But to come back in the US, they gave me such a problem. That's why I never went to visit my family in Italy. They'll come here, but I won't go out of the country ever again because I'm so scared of what I've been through. But
Yeah,
on the cruise,
scary.
I was fine.
Interrogate that yeah, that must 7 hours. Yeah, yeah.
7 hours.
I would have.
Why you in Aruba? Why you came here? I was 18 years old. I wasn't even 21. And I went through holy hell on that. And it was like, everyone's like, oh, let's go here. I'm like, if it's out of the country, don't count me on it. Like,
Yeah,
my
it's
cousin just got
traumatic.
married in Italy last year. They had a huge Cinderella wedding for her. And I was supposed to go. I didn't go because I was just too scared not coming back into the country.
Yeah, that is
So
scary. That's horrible. I'm sorry that happened to you.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, so that's why I always tell everyone, make sure, because everyone's getting passports and all this. I'm like, make sure when you go out of that country, you'll be able to come back in. That's what I tell people. I was nervous. I thought I wasn't coming back home.
Yeah, that's scary. Ugh.
Yes, definitely. Are you looking for collaborations right now?
Yeah, actually, because I really don't have that much music out. Like I've been doing a lot, but I really don't. So it's like I'm really been trying to like collaborate with people. A lot of things have fallen through or stuff like that, but this is the year that because I'm kind of gonna take a break from like performing as much, like locally and stuff, just because I feel like I've kind of already paid my dues in that way.
Yes.
Where I kind of go in, I like to go in support and I like to go to shows regardless. But like as an artist, I feel like I'm kind of gonna take a step back from that so that I can focus more on the collaborations and actually getting music out for people to actually listen to. So yeah, I'm definitely this year definitely hard body for the collaborations because I really don't have that much music out.
Okay, okay, definitely. So anyone that's looking for a collab, inbox her, let them know your information. If you have a manager, let them know your information for your manager, because you know, if you have a manager, they gotta go through your manager.
Okay, okay. Yeah, for sure.
So let them know all your information so they can contact you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, most likely email is the best. NIMNAJEEKA, the same name on here, at gmail.com. And sometimes Instagram, but lately Instagram, it's like I've been kind of like trying not to be on social media as much, like just scrolling, just kind of posting things and supporting people, but it's not the best way to contact me, but I always look at my email every morning, so and every night, so email's the best. Um I do charge for services, so but those are all up to negotiation. Like I'm not trying to like break the bank or like kind of deter anybody from working with me. Like I can work with budgets and stuff like that. I do have like prices and things like that, but I don't have a manager. I still don't have a manager. I'm signed to ST, but that's just pretty much about it. Just on like a record, like one record deal. So it's not like, like I'm locked in or anything like for life, but at the end of the day, like I'm still an independent artist. It's just it's just the music, so it's not like I can't work with anybody or I can't do what I want to do. I'm still technically an independent artist, so yeah, just hit me up. We can make something happen, like, and yeah, it would be nice to really work with a bunch of new people and go to some new studios. Check that out. Oh, shout out to Bobby Boom. um Go check out
Sweet.
his studio too. I know that they've been cooking over there since the renovation or the new place. So definitely go check that out. But yeah, like that's pretty much all the information that anyone would need. I'm pretty easy to get in contact with.
Okay, okay, definitely. Are you looking for a manager?
I don't think I'm really looking for a manager. I feel like nothing has like been unachievable. Like nothing has been so overwhelming that I would need that. Um, but like I just feel like if the right fit comes along, like it's not something I'm like in need of or in search of, but I feel like it things like that all just fall into place. Because I'd have to be comfortable with the person. I feel like the main reason why I don't have a manager is just because like I don't trust anybody enough to like tell them everything that I think a manager would need to be told. So it's more about like building trust and stuff like that. But I feel like when it comes down to it, I'd probably, advertise that or let people know I'm looking for one. But right now, I'm not really like looking for one. If something pans out, it pans out, but not in the search for one right now.
Okay, okay, definitely. What was your favorite show so far since you performed?
My favorite show. That's a really good question. Because I sometimes I forget, like not forget the shows, but like I kind of just been going through the motions. So I'm trying to think my
You've done a
favorite.
lot of shows,
Yeah,
a lot.
I have. I'm trying to think. Um, I think my favorite show would have to have been back in I think it was pre 2023. I think it was 2022. I performed in Rhode Island at this like it was like almost like a gallery, like AS like 10 something. That's where I met like the Boom Squad, and I met BBM, and I met everyone there, and DJ EA Sports. I met him
Oh,
there. But it was a Gorilla Smooth show, and it was the first time I had ever been to Rhode Island, and the support and the way that everybody stayed for the performances, it was really refreshing because I feel like people don't do that. I feel like people, they don't they a lot of artists, they think that they're too good to like support other people or to like stay and enjoy themselves. It's like you got booked for a show, like you might as well stay for a little bit and support people. Like I know some people can't stay until 2 in the morning sometimes, but that show, everyone was there, it was well put together. Everything was on time. Everyone got like their time to shine. You know, DJ EA, like he really like customized the sets for people, and he really does his thing. You can tell that he like practices at home with people's music. So it was like um a good energy balance of people and creatives. And I loved the venue too. And I loved where the location. There was a lot going on down there at itself. So people were just coming in. So I think that was probably my favorite show thus far, when it comes to energy and everything, for sure. But I would have to say a best second would be opening up for Term before I ever really knew him,
Oh,
uh, at the Sonia at the Middle East. I
oh
opened
yeah.
up for him. Keith Wright. It was Keith Wright's show, and he put me on it like very last minute because he saw me perform at one of El Cede's shows, and he was like, "I need you on this show, even if I have to share my set with you. You need to be on this show." And that was, I think, that was the moment where Term actually like got to see me perform for the first time, and he said that was the moment he knew that I was special and that he wanted to work with me. So I think that is probably the most important show I've had because it led to so many other things. But my favorite would definitely have to be the one in Rhode Island by Lilith Faith.
Okay, awesome. Definitely. Shout out to Terminology 978 area code. Do you have your own DJ right now, or are you looking for your own DJ for each time you have a set when you
That,
do perform?
Yeah, that's actually something I am looking for. Because I just want to make sure that like whenever I go somewhere, like I don't really have to like, sometimes sending the music. Then I always label my music and I always send it, the way it needs to be sent. But sometimes DJs, they wait till the last minute to download it. They don't know what's going on. Like so, yeah, it would definitely take a lot of stress off of me to have my own DJ and stuff like that. I've definitely talked to a few people about it, um, and it's not something I need right now, but it's definitely something I'm looking for. So yeah, if anybody feels like they want to team up or anything like that, just let me know because I'm definitely looking for a personal DJ because I feel like that's really important to have your sound on point.
Yes, I think you need your own as an artist and how big you are now. I really you need that. As an artist, that's one less thing you don't need to worry about the DJ. Make sure everything, even if they're, just doing your set, they'll come in, they'll switch off with the other DJ, be ready to be going for you. And that's important. Artists don't realize you gotta get your own DJ. You have
Yeah,
to have your personal DJ,
exactly.
especially when your album comes out. You want a DJ to host that.
Yeah,
You
it's
want it to be
important.
fire. Yes, yes. When do you think your album's gonna come out?
Um, Probably in the next few months. I don't have like an actual date. I do know that like I have gotten a lot of it done. Like that's kind of when I've been kind of MIA. Like I've been trying to pop out and do things, but I haven't really been on the scene as much just because I've been working on that. Um, but yeah, like probably like mid year or like summer, like spring, summer. I'm not really sure. I don't have like a projected date yet. But yeah, pretty soon, definitely this year.
Okay, okay, definitely keep me updated. And when you plan on having any promotion, just tag me in it, and I'll tell my promotion team to share it on my page because
Oh,
definitely
thank you.
I salute you. Who inspired you when you were growing up to get into this music industry?
Hmm. Um, I don't, I, I don't think it was more so like who inspired me. But my parents, like my mom, like she's like obsessed with like just music in general. She loves music. My father, he's a musician and he's a producer and stuff like that. So just having music in my life like I was like really pretty much born in the studio. Like I would go to his gig practices and stuff like that with him. So I've always been surrounded by music, and me being, a dancer and stuff, like music has just always been a really big part of my life. Um, but I think since I was pretty much born, I've wanted to be an entertainer. Like I remember, being like 2 or 3 years old and making like my own flyer and like passing them out to my family and being like at 2 p.m. come to the living room and watch me perform. And I would do all types of like clothing changes. Where I dress up and I would sing and I would and anytime I could get on stage, I would like. And so I just feel like just um just being surrounded by so much music, and my parents never like telling me, oh, that's not realistic, or you can't do that, or my parents always like telling me like I can do whatever I really put my mind to. um I think that was what inspired me the most to take everything so seriously, because my parents, both of them, have been always been so supportive of me, and like always have told me like if you want to do it, you can do it. It's not unrealistic. So I think I would have to say my parents have inspired me the most, because they're both very hardworking individuals too. Like I come from a very hardworking family, and so I think that also helped, with everything else, was, like you have to work for what you want in this life. You can't do nothing. Nothing's for free. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe support sometimes, but other than
Yeah,
that, nothing else is really free. So it's like, yeah, my parents, and just watching them do, like, do what they want to do, and watching them, tackle their goals and stuff like that, has definitely inspired me to, go out on this venture.
that's amazing. Definitely, especially, coming from your parents, God bless both of them, pushing you, not pushing you, but um, positive motivation. That's what these kids need. And that's what, these kids are in the streets so young. And, it's sad
It
because,
is.
being a mom and single mom, and seeing the younger they're getting, when I'm traveling and, going to state and I'm seeing, and you're seeing 10-year olds, and it's like the parents, I understand parents gotta work. I understand, trust and believe, I understand. But also know where your kids are, that's important.
Exactly.
You don't want someone um banging them into a set and they're 10 years old and you're like 10 years old, but this is reality, what's really happening. It's like you got to pay attention to your children. I stress that so many times. People don't understand that. And I salute to both of your parents, being that positive motivation to you, being younger. You said 2 years old when you were making the flyers.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That means that you really were born in the music, and that comes from your heart. That's why you go so hard, and you can feel the energy. Like when you're on the stage, I feel it. Like I'm like, she's on the stage, I gotta go, and I'll go to the front. I don't care who's in my way. I'm pushing through the front, and I'm coming to see you, and right there, because I love it. I love going to a show that I can feel it, like feel it through my blood. Like I can, you get amped, you get excited, like you know one of the songs, like, guys, you listen to music when you want to ride out. This girl right here, this queen right here, you want to listen to her music when you want to ride out. I'm telling you, she got some bangers. Like, you want to listen to it to get your vibe going right. Definitely. I appreciate you, Nimk. As always, anytime you need to come on for any promotion, I got you. I got a barbershop in Haverhill I do interviews out of too. So if you ever want
Oh,
to do
for
an
real?
appointment,
I live in North
yeah.
Andover. I don't live that far from you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the barbershop's right on Washington Street. So anytime you want to interview in person, I got you.
Yeah,
It's right there.
that would be really cool. I would love that. That would be awesome,
Yeah.
because yeah, I'm in the 978 too, so you know.
Okay. We're right around the corner, so we got each other. Definitely. That's what it needs. So I got you. When I end this, what I'll do is I'll give you I'm booking into March. So I'll give you a date in March and then you could come right up here.
Okie dokie, yeah, maybe. Yeah, and then maybe I can make it like a ST thing where we all kind of come through, and like whatever, like stuff like that. Because that
Yeah.
would be really great, like, because that, like, just you being so close and everything like that, that would be awesome.
Yes, definitely. All right, cool. I'll definitely, and I'll send you the dates I have available, and then you let me know. And yes, if you want to make it STD, you could definitely make it make it, for the group, whoever wants to interview, I got you. Anything you need, any promotion, let me know. Any shows coming up, tag my page. I love to show support, and I love to see my hometown, my home state, taking over. And that's what I want to see. I want to see everyone. If you're putting the work like you did and staying consistent, you deserve to get it. You deserve to get an award. And I hope you do get an award. And I believe you will get an award. Oh, yeah. Within the next 5 years, you'll definitely have one.
That would be amazing. It really would. And thank you for having that faith in me, for real. That really what keeps me going is everybody that supports me. When I have my hard days and I see, someone being like, "Go, let's go, Nim." It makes my day. It's the small things. So thank you for having the faith in me, and thank you for all the support.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Like I said, you know me. I support everyone, but the women I'm really for because we don't have that motivation. We don't have that positive motivation. We always get, oh, here comes another woman trying to make it in the industry or something sarcastic, and it's like we don't need to be sarcastic. Just give that, oh, another woman. All right, let's see what she's about or what she got going on. Be that motivation. And I salute to you definitely. Like I said, I didn't even know I've heard of you, but I didn't see you actually perform. And me as being a manager in the past, and when I hear the lyrics or if I see the stage presence, the interacting with the audience, and you do all like I always when I'm watching someone, I'll sit there and I'll be like, all right, let's see what they're about. So I always judge them 1 through 10 in my head, just to see like where they're at. One being like they're just starting and they're not even caring and they don't want nothing to do really. They're just doing it for a hobby. You can tell the difference when like someone like yourself, you're really a go-getter. You're really, this is your passion. You feel it from your soul. Like I said, every time you perform, I feel it. Like I feel it. Like that's why I always push my way. I'm like, oh, she's on there. I even left my drink at the bar one time at Sammy's to come push myself away to the front to see you. And it's like, that's what I like. That's what I'm there for, a show. And like you say, if you're an artist and you're there for a show, stay for the whole show. Show support to the other artists. You never know. The last performance might be the best one out of the whole night and you didn't stay.
Exactly.
And then you could have got that collab, but that person didn't even know you. So they're not going to, just go by what your inbox and say, oh, I was at that same show, but you didn't watch them. You got to
Exactly.
show, and like you, I see you always showing support to everybody. So salute to you, hands down. Don't let nobody stop you. Keep on going, and I hope to see you on a tour next year. That's what I hope.
Right.
And
Yeah, hopefully that'd be great.
yes, yes, definitely. So if anyone, I shared some. There's a guy in New York. I shared a flyer. He's looking for artists to perform. I don't know. You could check it out. It's David something. I shared it a little while ago. But if you're looking to perform there, definitely hit him up. He's doing shows all the time out in New York, but always looking for great talent too. So you might want to do
Okay.
that.
Okay, yeah, definitely check it out. You said it's on your page.
Yes, yes. I'll reshare it again because I know I'm always
Yeah.
sharing stuff during the day,
Yeah.
but I sometimes they go hard, but
You know you
it's like
do, but that's how you have to do it. You have to go hard. You have to go hard. Go
yeah,
hard or go home.
right, right. Definitely. Is there any shout outs or anything else that we didn't bring up that you would like to bring up?
Um, I don't know. Just shout out to Term. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my new New York family at Time Is Money. Shout out to Static Selector. I don't know if he posted it. I don't know if everyone knows this, but he was in a coma a few weeks
What?
ago. Yeah,
What?
a few weeks ago he woke up in the hospital and he still went and DJ'd Shade 45 and his show off radio. He put my song on there, he played it, and he came to my release party in New York, like, and we didn't even know if he was even going to be able to do radio, and he came to my release party and stayed from start to finish. And the guy, he just had his birthday party last Saturday, and the guy's just a stand-up guy, and I just want to say thank you so much to him because he's put my song on Shade 45 twice now, and
Right.
it just, obviously, he's good with Term, but Term always told me, if he doesn't do something he doesn't want to do. So it just really makes me happy that, that he sees the drive, and he sees what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do, and he respects it. And that makes me really happy, especially for someone of his caliber. And he's from, he's from out here, he's from here
Yeah.
too. He's from the
Yeah.
978. So it's really nice to have two people on my team that really know what I'm about. They know where I'm from. I'm from the same place. And I'm so humbled by all the love and all the support everybody has been giving me, because I wouldn't be able to do it without it.
Wow, I didn't know that. So he's out of the hospital now.
Yep.
Amen.
Yeah.
Definitely. God
Yeah.
bless. I met
You
him last summer at Terminology's party, actually. So I'm glad he's okay. So blessings, and I hope he feels better. And happy birthday, belated birthday to him, and blessings.
Yeah,
Never
more
give up.
life. And
We
praise to
need you. You're
God.
a legend.
Praise to
You're
God
a
for
legend in
everything.
978. Don't stop. We need you.
Exactly.
Definitely. How about some acting? Did you think, are you gonna come up with your own documentary or a movie? I could see you coming out with a gangster movie,
Right.
like
Yeah. I've always kind of wanted to dabble in that type of stuff. I mean, if the opportunity ever presents itself, I would definitely love to do stuff like that and branch out. Um but yeah, like, one step at a time. Like, I'm right now, I'm trying to do this, and so it's like, if the opportunity ever presented itself and anyone ever came to me, like, I would love to. um but it's definitely not something I'm doing right now. Like, it's not something I've like even dabbled in. I mean, I've been in some plays, like, when I was like, or musicals when I was younger, but yeah, that would be awesome to have a movie or a document. Like, that would be crazy.
that's you're in the area code where I am, and we're filming right now for a Free Bands Prince in Florida's movie. So we're doing some filming. We filmed last week and this week in Haverhill. So next time, if you want to be in a clip, I'll let you know, and then you could be in a clip. It's up to you.
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a new thing I could, like a new venture. And you're
Yes.
so close, so it would be mad easy to, like, link up and stuff.
Yes, yes, definitely. I'll let you know. We're planning in a couple of weeks to film the next scene, and it's easy. You'll love it. I can tell your personality the way you are. I could tell you'll get it one hit and that's it. We filmed, we thought it was gonna take 3 hours, and it was a scene for like 6 minutes, and it took like one band. We were in and out, and they're like, "What? I've been filming and it takes hours." I'm like, nope, I was under the OG legend of Don Hazel. And I was his right hand man during filming, and he taught me a lot of stuff. RIP him, to me, he's a legend for Boston. He'll always be my legend. And, he inspired me. I didn't have to go to acting school. So definitely, I would love to have you upon that.
Thank you. I would love to collab, and that'd be awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're very welcome. Is there anything else you would like to bring up that we didn't bring up?
Just shout out to my parents, and praise to God always. I always give
Yeah.
the glory to God at the end of the day and beginning of the day and everything. I pray all the time. So it's like, like, it's all panning out for me, and I just, it feels really good to know that, I stayed, righteous, and I stayed, I followed, the light of God with everything I've done, and I haven't strayed, and that's why, all these blessings are coming to me now. So I got to give it to Him upstairs.
God is good. God is great. Definitely. I always say that. I pray all day too. So, salute to you doing that. A lot of people don't understand that. Praying is the best thing ever. Let them know one more time your information. And this is interview 627 interviews. And salute to Nim K from Boston 617 right here on the Iccy Show. Round two. This is the second time she's been on here. She's amazing. If you don't know who she is, go do your research. Book her for your next show. Get a clap. Her prices are right, reasonable. Shout out to Terminology and your whole team. Much love, respect to all of you, and let them know your information.
My email is nimnajika. My name on here on Facebook, NIMNAJEEKA @gmail.com. And Nimbougie is pretty much what I am on all social media platforms. NIMBOUJEE. But yeah, that's how you get in touch with me, either email or social media. I'll answer as long as you're respectful in the DMs. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's pretty much it.
definitely, definitely. I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show. Is there any shout out you would like to give to anybody?
um, I'm trying to think of the different. I mean, I shot at the Boom Squad, Hustle Killer, Revo, Talk of the Town, all these bars over bars, all these like local like organizations who have given me the opportunity to perform and get myself out there. Keith Wright, yeah, just all the people who Alcide, Good Music Showcase, and all the different venues too that welcome hip hop. And over at the was it the Shaw Skeen Pub on Sundays? They have rap night every Sunday, I think, or is it Friday? Not sure. I think it's Sundays. But every
Okay.
Sunday, I think they have rap night over there. It's dope. My boy Sean Caliber, he be hosting over there. Crispy Pick, cause he be making those crispy picks, like for
Yeah.
real. But yeah,
He does
and
amazing work. He does them.
he does,
I watched perfect, really perfect. He gets his name for that.
no, for sure, amazing. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As far as people to shout out. There's so many people to shout out. I mean, I shout people out every day, so if anyone gets salty, sorry.
It's okay. Thank you, D Money. We appreciate you definitely.
Hey, my boy D, yo, he be chefing. He be chefing. He be cooking
I
on
got
and off the stage. Cooking,
I gotta try his food. I always see the promo and stuff.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to
Yeah,
try.
the plate. He got the plate is right every time.
I gotta try it. I hope to one day, definitely.
Yeah,
Uh,
I couldn't even see
shout
all
out.
these people talking in here.
Well, I will definitely stay up on what we talked about. I will be inboxing you, and I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show. And I salute to everyone that tuned in tonight. And God bless. More prayers to everyone around our world, and we need that. Much love and respect, and I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show.
Of course, thank you so much, and thank you for having me. Shout out to
You're very
everybody
welcome.
that was watching. Hi guys.
Yeah. God bless everyone. Free the
God
chance.
bless.
Let's go. 2024 is here. Let's make it a positive year. We're all the ones to make the change. So let's go and make it a peaceful one for the kids that are the future. Peace, love, respect. I appreciate you, Queen.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
Thank you. Peace.